Hey guys, Daniel here. In Love with Art 92. I want to be talking about ear stretching, what you shouldn't do, what you should do, what's best for your ears, what isn't, what's worked for me. Let's go ahead and start with my ears, I guess, or ears in general. I'm at 1 inch right now. I've been using emu oil for quite a while, so I'd say that they're in pretty good shape. I think that they're pretty thick. Alright, I'm happy with them. Haven't had too many blowouts, and I'm going to explain why. Let's go ahead and start with ear products. You can use, and it's not jojoba. I'm just gonna throw that out there real quick. It's jojoba oil, but that's also an ear product. It's really good for your ears. I just feel that it's too overpriced when there's other products out there just as good and cheaper. Jojoba oil comes in a bottle about that big, and it's the same price as this, if anything, more expensive. This is emu oil. Awesome. I use it. You can get it at HEB, Walmart, Walgreens, in my case, in grandma's cabinet. But yeah, I like it. It has a weird smell. You get used to it though. Another product, vitamin E oil. That's a really good product. I personally don't use it just because I'm happy with this, but I know some people skin is really sensitive, and that can kind of vitamin E oil can kind of be pretty shocking to it, and just isn't all that great for it. But just test it out. If anything, you know, your ear starts getting irritated, just switch to something else. Massaging. What you want to do is get a little bit, not too much. Maybe about like that much is what I use. Just like on the tip of my finger. Be sure to get it really on the insides, Mainly what I do is pull from the top of my ear down, because what you're trying to do is get blood flow through your ear, create new skin cells. If your ear is cut, it'll help. New blood vessels and stuff like that. It'll really thicken them up. Sleep with your plugs out. It helps. It really does. I know that before I started sleeping with my plugs out, my ears almost kind of looked like this, like all the time. Started sleeping with them out, they look like that now, and they're 1 inch. A lot of elasticity to it now. Really healthy. What else? Tape. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about tape. Electrical tape. I would not use electrical tape. It's got like adhesive in it, glue, stuff like that. It'll seep out, especially if you tend to shower with your plugs in. Use Teflon tape. That's my advice. Teflon tape, plumber's tape, whatever you want to call it. It's awesome. Just because it doesn't have an adhesive, it doesn't have glue or anything like that in it. It sticks to whatever. It sticks to itself and itself only, or whatever you're putting it around. And another awesome thing about it is that when you're usually, like, see how that's bigger than the plug itself? Well, that's because, I don't know why it's because it's bigger. It's bigger, and what sucks about it is when you try to wrap it, when you wrap your plug with electrical tape, you usually have to trim the sides, and it's a bitch, and it's annoying. This tape is awesome because it's pretty much already the same exact size as the tape. So you just throw it on there, and there you go. Blowouts. Don't think that you can't get a blowout just because you're not using tapers. You can get a blowout using electrical tape. You can get a blowout using just about anything. Weights. Dead stretching with other plugs. I'll show you. Come here, Aurora. A good example right here. She used electrical tape. Didn't even use. This is what her ear looks like. See, that's the front. It's pretty swollen right now. And then the back. That's the back right there. Alright, so don't think that just because you're using tape you can go as fast as you want and you don't risk getting a blowout, because it is possible and it will happen. Jewelry. This is a saddle plug. 1-inch. Double flared. Right here, silicone. Don't stress with these either, because once you get them in, you release it, pops open. If you're not ready to go to that size, then you're pretty much screwed, because it automatically stretches your ear to that size anyways. It'll cut it up, and if your ear rejects it, silicone, then you could also risk getting a really bad infection and your ear healing around the plug, and then you have to get it surgically removed or just pull it out. And I'm telling you, this pretty bad type of pain to go through. So don't stress with them unless you're at that size already. If you are at 3/4 and ready to go up to, or whatever you're at, and ready to go up to the next size, cool way to I guess save money and get up to your size that you want is put in your 3/4 plug, and then just like you would put your regular saddle plug in, which is also, this is a 3/4, pop it inside that one. It stretches and it's about 7/8. I'm not sure if you can do that with any other size plugs. I just know that 3/4 and 3/4 worked for me. That's really the only size that I did that with. What else? Pretty cool. Got enough here. 7/8 sterling silver tunnels. I like them. They're good for your ears. You don't get too much earphones out of those. You do get earphones out of acrylic and just silicone. So I would say if you're gonna constantly wear those and that's what you like doing and that's what you like wearing, clean your ears at least twice a day. Wood is really good. It's porous, like chlorine and stuff like that. So it kind of, as gross as it sounds, sucks up all those dead skin cells and stuff like that. Keep your ears from smelling too bad. Don't shower with them in there if you have wooden plugs, because they will get waterlogged, brittle, and they will break after a while. Single flared. Okay. Personally, I don't like them too much, just because when you screw them on, well, single flare, there's two different types of single flare. There's the ones with little O-rings, those are pretty cool. But these, the screw-ons, the ones that you screw on in the back, I think these kind of suck, because sometimes you can't really see what you're doing back there, and you risk, like, pinching your ear. And it sounds kind of dumb, but I pinched my ear one time putting them in. Wasn't even nothing severe, really, but it got cut, got infected, and then I had to downsize, and I went down at least 2 sizes. So maybe it's just a bad experience, but personally, I don't like them. So. That's about it. If you have any questions or anything like that, you know where to leave them. Rate, whatever, comment. Hit me up if you have any more questions in there. You know, good enough questions for me to really get into detail on. I will. I'll make a specific video for it. If I made any mistakes, correct me. Not a big deal. In another video in the future, I'll correct them or whatever. That's about it. If you're wondering what the first song was, it was Higher by Kid Cudi. And this one is It's Safe to Say You Dig the Backseat by Dance Gavin Dance. Alright. Take it easy. Safe ear stretching. Have a good day. I love you.